Outcome Memories is officially back, and this isn't a drill. I'm actually for real. Outcome Memories is actually back, which it's hard to believe, but I will explain. So please everyone, like, share, subscribe, comment down below what do you think. We're trying to reach 50,000 subscribers by May. So let's try reaching that goal, everyone. And let's try reaching 20,000 subscribers so we could do the next giveaway. And sorry I've been gone for quite a while. I was actually out of the city. I just came back and I decided to cover this news today. So now everybody, let's get into it. So from everything that we do know, Outcome Memories will be getting its final batch update, but suddenly we're just getting a lot of news out of nowhere from many sources and many of the main creators of Outcome Memories, such as Romeo posting this one photo of Huggy Wuggy and saying a Huggy Wuggy is coming to Outcome Memories, which I'm pretty sure this is a gag, but I don't know, maybe, who knows? I mean, to this point, I can't even predict what's a gag or no anymore. But that is one thing we heard. And then we got a statement from Sobi regarding Outcome Memories saying, I want to get this off my chest, but I have a place inside me where I sort of do want to continue Outcome Memories since I do now have the right to help for internal stuff. It's just a lot of the main coders moved on, so updates would have to be small if I were to theoretically continue the project. But again, I probably wouldn't be the one mainly directing the project to play it safe and leave that with the two who have been directing the final batch update. I hate that I went down for how stupid I was following the wrong people. I got, putting my life in danger. All because one person who is out there wanted Romeo completely gone because of their own outside problems that was made easily fixable. It was that dumb. This project meant a lot to me. It was just a project made with passion, but only started creating harm and destroying friendship and trust in the long run, either because some took the project a bit seriously or because some had disagreements with ideas, which I'd understand why. I don't know though, I'm 50-50 with continuing it and not. I have my reasons with both ways. I don't really know what's best. I could wait longer, but I just want to get this out from my head. I just get really sad looking back at the project. It never got to reach its potential with all the cool stuff I really wanted to add. The solo end screens, recode, reanimations on some survivors to make the game feel a little appealing again. Mirage Saloon was a map I really wanted to make. It was going to be everyone on that one train, but 4 times the size with an indoor and rooftop with the escape sequence, where once it gets near 0 seconds, the train goes onto a bridge that explodes, collapsing. And then Sobi continues with, I'm listening to all of you very carefully. I'll be really slow and taking my time before any further decisions made. I'd probably wait until after the final batch and then talk to those still involved, hear them out. So from what we know on everything that Sobi just said, from Sobi's end at least, it's like I want to continue Outcome Memories, but right now I can't. But that means that it's not out of the equation, of course, because then hear how we're hearing that talking to the rest and figuring out everything. So it's very well likely that if we don't get a continuation through the form of new characters, a new version, then it would be through the form of how this final batch would be. That you get some stuff that was in development or some stuff that is fairly, you could say, easier to make, that you need such a big team such as emotes and possibly some skins, some cosmetics. And there's actually more that we do know for the final batch that was confirmed by PR and Nulvix, which I'll actually continue on to. But the first one is from Cookie, saying Angel Island's Final 80 will be replaced with a new version for the final batch of the game. To be honest, I'm just not satisfied with it in its current state. It isn't a reflection of my growth as a musician in the slightest. It sounds the way it does because I've neglected it in favor of focusing on other songs for the game. I'm sorry you guys have to listen to its current state, but the new one will be worth the wait. We have many exciting things in store for you guys, and we only ask for you to be patient with us. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Good day. And to be honest, from my personal opinion, I do like all of the Final 80s, including Angel Island's Final 80. In my opinion, all of them are really good. But over time, we are getting a lot more new things that are going to be added, such as this new Blaze emote, which please take a look. And you could see this new Mel Sonic emote that is playing on screen. And there is actually a lot more, including this one interesting thing that we got was this photo of either Steve Outcome or Crimson X, which nobody knew until the actual photo's name was "Who is this poser called Steve?" And then PR followed up with, "So like, this guy has a rule. I won't say what it is, but if you guys break it, I will kill Mist Crimson. So be nice." And this basically confirms that this is Crimson X. But we actually don't know what's going on, because then we got these two new renders of Steve Outcome, which we're hearing at one side from PR that one photo was Crimson X, and then now here we see two new renders of Steve Outcome. So maybe the thing that everybody wanted for having Crimson X or Steve Outcome, just Steve Outcome turning into Crimson X and being a public executioner, and possibly having Steve Outcome being a variant, or the other way around, Crimson X being a variant. We don't know, even though we did get the deconfirmation in the past that they can do so. But who knows? If not, then maybe it could just be more of a rework just for private servers only. And that includes the character being unbalanced or having bugs, but just having more things. PR said, "Update on my tweet about the map stuff. I finished YCR in Angel Island reported spots. Special thanks to Ratogi, Moist Potato, and Sharish, sorry if I butchered that, but for helping me list down all the bugs from my thread, and Kitty Pop for emotional support, and Sobi for the help, lol. But yeah, I'll most likely push out all these map changes in like a week or two, since I finally figured out how maps work today. So I'm just gonna go back and fix some stuff." And we got another part from PR being, "Not a massive change, but I'm also changing ramps aside fixing map bugs and stuff, so Metal and the survivors can go over instead of having to jump. After a month of these bugs being released, I'll make another tweet with accepting new bugs and stuff." And here's actually the clip that PR is talking about, so please take a look. And as well as PR saying, "Bug log 3. I have finished fixing / patching up Hill Gym. It was a bit hard to work with since it was weird how it was structured, but it was nice overall. I added a new nice detail to the map at the end of the video. Thank Kitty Pop for the ideas. This is 2011X's favorite statue. But yeah, expect gameplay flow to be a bit better hopefully. Only 2 maps to go, Not Perfect version 1 and Mystic Caverns." So this is the clip PR is talking about, so please take a look. So far, everything in development has been amazing. And the last thing that PR did say is, "Oh, and the experimental change when it's pushed out. I turned off the Badniks collision. I don't know if people minded that much or not, but I kept seeing Fleetway get stuck, so unless people want it back, I'll keep them off." And to be honest, in my opinion, it is better to keep them off, because they're kind of just like a design detail at the side, and when you're playing, then like you get kind of stuck at the Badniks. So it is better if they are able to be like, you can walk through them, or they just completely remove them. So yeah, that's basically everything that we have for the news today. And an additional thing I did want to talk about is tomorrow by March 28th, Byte by Night will be officially releasing. So if everybody wants me to make some sort of content for Byte by Night, whether it be news or gameplay or anything else, or even just background gameplay for my normal Outcome Memories videos, anything like that, then please just let me know. And we are trying to reach 50,000 subscribers by May and 20,000 subscribers so we could hit the next giveaway. And until next time, everybody, see y'all.